For many students, going to school can be a challenge, especially for students with special needs like autism spectrum, sensory processing, and social anxiety. New research is finding the use of therapy dogs at school can greatly benefit a variety of students. Jody Richards Elementary in Warren County is one school discovering the many benefits of using therapy dogs in the school with their therapy dog, George. George has a positive impact on both students and teachers. They get to take him outside and help care for his daily needs. Two students who attend Jody Richards, Callie and Luke, talk to us about what they think about George.
So this is George, and we get to see him sometimes on Fridays. He just walks around the school sometimes. If you're going to the nurse or whatever you're doing in the office, you're able to pet him and see him and say hi to him. And it's always a pleasure and happy thing that you get to see him.
He's just a loving companion, I guess. I just love playing with him. Usually when my mom is teaching, I sometimes go in the office with him and I usually see George. So it makes me really happy when I see him.
George's owner, Becky, talks to us about the requirements for becoming a therapy dog and how therapy and service dogs are different.
A therapy dog is different from a service dog in that they don't have as many requirements. It's an online, for him anyway, it was an online application process. You have to answer questions about their temperament, and they do have to be at least a year old and have basic training, which George has had. And basically, I think the most important thing for a therapy dog to note the difference between that and a service dog is that therapy dogs can be great companions, and they're really good at reducing stress, and they're used in hospital settings, nursing homes, schools. The service dogs are more handler, service dog oriented. It's like more of a one-on-one relationship, and their service dogs are working dogs. George is very social. I don't know that he'd be a great service dog because he loves everybody, and I don't know that he would stay on task as well for just one person to do a job, but George is great at giving love and being a good companion, and so we knew that being a therapy dog would be right up his alley.
She also explains George's job at school and how he is used as a reward to motivate students.
At school, he is mostly a companion dog. Some of our special ed friends use him, the teachers use George as a reward when they've had a good week. One of our teachers has little pictures of a little black pug, like a cartoon picture, and our friend has to accumulate so many George faces before they can have George time on Fridays. And so then that friend gets to come to the office and love on George and walk him around. And sometimes George goes down to the special ed classrooms and plays with them, just free play, and he's calmed down some friends in the health room, and he's a great distraction and a good anxiety reliever. All of our teachers seem to enjoy him as well too. They'll come in for some George time. He's very happy to be here. He's in his element when he's here. He knows when we put his vest on and tell him it's time to go to school. Yes, it's time, we're at school. He knows it's his favorite thing to do, and he starts whining and crying when we turn into the parking lot. He can't wait to get out and get in and see everybody. Miss Martin, our principal, is a dog lover, and she's liked George from day one, and she was the one that actually encouraged me to bring him. And when she saw how well George did with all of our students and how well the students responded to him, she was the one that asked about him being a therapy dog or him coming regularly. And so we looked into it, decided to go ahead and register him, and got his little fancy vest, and he feels very special when he wears it.
Lori Chick is a resource assistant at Jody Richards. She explained to us how she uses George to benefit her students' behavior.
My name is Lori Chick, and I'm a resource assistant, and we use George as a reward for children to do the right things, make good choices, and do their work. For instance, I was just using George as a reward. When someone is not paying attention or not following directions, they lose a letter. So as you see, we just lost our first letter. And he started paying attention and completed his work. And after we're finished, he is going to get the reward of playing with George in the room. What do you not love about George? He's sweet and cuddly, and he's very good with all the kids.
Just like George, therapy dogs across the country are bringing a new hope to current treatments and support to help students be happy, secure, and more ready to learn.